Mr. Kerr, Kyle Welch, Heather Bay, David Nollner. Miss Katie is not here. Mitch Gregory, Miss Carmen is not here. A.B. Harper, and David Thomas.
Okay, we do have a quorum, so we will proceed. You have had the minutes from the October meeting, and you also have them before you there. Take a second if you need to look over and see if there's any additions or corrections. And when you've had time, if you would like, I would accept a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion by Mr. Welch to approve. Do I have a second?
Second that motion.
Second by Heather. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, please say no. Last month's minutes are approved. All right, our first item of business is a rezoning from A1 to R1. This is at 2745 Old Highway 25 by Vivian Stafford, 3.01 acres. And she wants to subdivide that into 2 parcels, and this is in the 6th district. Ms. Stafford, are you here? Would you please come to the podium and kind of tell us what you'd like to do? Yeah, there's a button there. There you go.
Thank you. This is Mr. Taylor Todd. He has bought the majority of my parents' farm that was behind that. And I'd like to also give him another acre, and that brings that down to 2 acres with my mobile home there. So I know that that usually takes rezoning.
Right.
Is that correct?
Well, what it takes is you would need a favorable, this body cannot rezone. All this body does is listen to your request, and we make one of 3 decisions. We can send it to the county commission with a favorable recommendation. We can send it with an unfavorable recommendation, or we can just send it, no recommendation at all. But only the county commission can rezone property. And so you would have this hearing, and then the county commission has to have 2 hearings on.
Okay.
So that's where the 3 hearings come from.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to say anything, sir?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Taylor Todd. Again, she just introduced me, but I bought her parents' farm from her about almost 3 years ago now. It's 38 acres, and her parcel is 3 acres, and just wanting to acquire another acre from her on the back side of her property. It's vacant land. It's not being, I hate listing it as subdivided, but because we're
It's
not.
to help him
Yeah.
with fencing, actually. I don't need that acre. It helps him with fencing, so.
I understand. Less mowing.
That's the reason, being a good
Yeah.
neighbor.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good. Does any member have any questions for them? Yes, sir.
So is the intent to add that acre to your existing 38 acres as one plat?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Other questions? Okay. Do I have any motions? Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Nolan?
I make a motion to approve, send it on to the county commission with favorable.
Okay. I have a motion by Mr. Nolan to send it to the county commission with a favorable recommendation. Do I have a second?
Second that motion.
Second by Heather. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, please say no. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Next, we have a site plan request at 515 Highway 25. This is 5 acres by Ronak Patel. I may have said that wrong. If I did, I'm sorry. To add an addition on to the Breakpoint gas station. This is down at 231, 25 intersection. Is Mr. Patel here or anyone representing him?
Sorry,
Thank
I'm
you.
loud enough, but Allison Turner with Greenwood Design. We're representing Mr. Patel tonight. He's out of town and asked us if we could help him out.
Will you just tell us kind of what he's wanting to do?
Yes, sir. He is requesting to add an addition to his building of about 1,100 square feet. I think it's 1,125 square feet for additional, I think like a little rental space off the side of the building. I don't know that he has a particular thing that he's trying to rent it to yet, but
So it's going to be built on to the side of the
yes,
building?
side, yeah,
Not separate from the building?
not
but
separate
on-
from the
okay.
building, but on the side of the
Okay,
building.
it kind of looked like on that picture, Mr. Nollers.
It's on the side of the gas pumps on the north side of the building. Yes, sir, on that side.
I still forgot.
It's a 20-foot addition on the end of the building.
So 20
not
foot
on the-
out and then the width of the building.
Then the width of the building, same width of the building, just 20 feet out on the interior side of the building.
Okay.
So I think he's planning to use it as rental space at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the store doesn't really need any more, but it's something that he can rent out to some other type business.
Yes.
His own business.
Or his own business or,
Right.
a little
Right, whatever.
restaurant or anything.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's the intent at this
Yes,
point.
ma'am. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Ms. Rosalie?
So as you can see, Amanda Harrington isn't here this evening, but I do have her staff report here. And she was analyzing it and we were talking about this over the phone. So it is 1,129 square feet, adding to that. Looking at the setbacks and everything, it does meet the setbacks. I did ask Ron to make sure on the site plan that he does denote the distance from the pump there, the diesel pump to the side of that building. And you can see on that site plan that I did say that he would have to have fire resistant wall on that as well. So looking at all of this, looking at the setbacks, now depending on what he's going to be doing with this space, it is going to determine what he needs to do when he pulls his building permit, depending on what he's putting in that space, the use. And we've kind of talked about that before, the occupancy use. If it is just a straight commercial space, he won't have to go through the state fire marshal's office, but depending on what he's going to be putting in there, those plans may have to go through the state fire marshal's office, but we don't know that at this time. So as you can see in the staff report, Amanda did recommend approval of this site plan, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be approved as well.
Any questions for Ms. Rosalie? Discussion?
The setback from the pump to the new building looks to be 18 foot. Is that within the guidelines? It's hard to make out, but it is noted on this drawing. Is it 18 or 16? Okay.
It's 28 feet.
I think it's smart that you require a fireproof wall there. It's being, 28 feet. Gas pumps is a pretty good distance till one goes. I'm not sure you want to be that close anywhere when one goes. Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
Is there any other?
You can do all you can do.
parking Spots required on this?
I'm sorry.
Will any parking spots be required for this if he made it some kind of commercial opening there?
Well, of course, there are requirements. Ms. Rosalie, would you like to address that?
So there will be more parking spaces that will have to be adjusted here. And with the extension of the building going further, there'll need to be more parking places.
Is this a final site plan or a preliminary? Final, okay. Other questions? Yes, sir.
Well, with this being a final, don't those other additional parking spaces need to be indicated on this?
I think she wants to talk about that.
I was just going to mention the parking spaces. The minimum required is 23 and we've provided 25 parking spaces. I mean, obviously we can provide additional spaces as necessary, but we meet the minimum requirement.
Okay. Thank you.
And is she saying the 25 meet the requirement with the new addition?
That's
Square
what, I
footage.
think that's what you're talking about, the new addition.
Yes, that's my understanding is that 23 is the minimum. You have a minimum and a maximum, I believe. And so we meet the minimum requirement. There's plenty of space to add additional parking on site. We can look at that if we need to add any additional.
Well, hopefully you'll be busy enough that you will have to.
Hopefully not.
But I think from what I understand, minimum's 23 and they're going to add 25.
I do see 25 on this side plan and 2 of which are ADA.
I don't guess any additional fire hydrants or anything like that are required, are they?
You do have a fire hydrant down on the entrance from 25 going towards Gallatin. There's a fire hydrant there.
Okay. It just hit me for some reason. Take a second and look at it, guys, and see what you think. Got any more questions?
Rosalie, Chair, what is the requirement of the distance from a fuel source? Do we know? What's the required distance that it be from a structure?
I'll need to look that up in the IBC. Real quick, 1 second.
Okay. She's looking that up. Anybody got any questions while Miss Rosalie's looking that? Young man, you got any questions? What's your name? Andrew? Makes sense. Yeah. Wow.
So, Miss Allison, did you happen to look for the fuel gas code on what the distance would need to be?
No, ma'am, we did not.
David, I want to congratulate you being man enough to wear an Auburn shirt after Vanderbilt beat you.
That was the best game we've played all year, and I'll gladly take that loss.
Hey, Vandy's beat a lot of people this year. And almost beat a lot of several others.
We scored 38 when other teams couldn't.
It was a good game. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right.
I'm a Vandy grad, so I'm pretty, considering they won 5 games in my 4 years.
Hey, they're good this year. Did you go to Vanderbilt? Good. Yeah, my little brother went to Vanderbilt.
I don't think they let me in anymore, but back when I did go.
Yeah. MTSU was just glad to get rid of me.
I think Vanderbilt was glad to get rid of me too.
So what I'm finding for fuel storage tanks and things, they're saying 25 feet from any building for tanks. As far as fuel storage, let's see.
I believe the storage is actually more than 25 feet from this, but from the pump itself, I found something that said 10. feet from a building, but again, that would really depend on which code you're looking at.
And I was looking at the NFPA 30.
Okay.
So this would meet that distance with 28 feet.
Okay.
And then with the wall being fire resistant.
The actual storage is east of the parking lot anyway, right? Or east of the gas pumps? This is just the pump that's that close to the building.
Okay, other questions? Okay. Hearing none, do I have any motions? Mr. Thomas?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Have a motion by Mr. Thomas to approve.
I'll second it.
Yeah. Got a second? Any other discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, please say no. Amber, that was Mr. Gregory that approved, that seconded, and it's, yeah. All right. Next, we have a final plat of a major subdivision. This is on Morrison Street by Mr. Dennis Goke. 6 lots, and these are in the 7th Civil District. Jim's representing Mr. Goke. Mr. Jim?
Yeah, so this is 6 lots on Morrison that we've looked at the past 2 months. This will be the 3rd one now, and really no change since the preliminary plat, other than we, which I don't know what. Ms. Rosalie, does this have the edit that we made? Do their packets have the edit that we made?
Yes, sir, for the fire hydrants location.
And for the detention
Yes, sir.
and the note? Okay, so we
I-
drew a detention pond on there and put a note on there to accommodate the requirement that was put in at the preliminary meeting last month. So be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Anybody have any questions for Jim?
Where's that pond at?
So this one is not the one that has the detention pond. The detention pond is going to be down below all of the lots.
Yeah, so we put it over just across the line on what would be the right-hand side on his remaining property. That was the discussion last month, that he would be required to put a detention pond on the remaining property to accommodate any stormwater flow resulting from these 6 lots. So we've put that on the plat so everybody's aware of the situation.
And it is in the minutes from last month's meeting that had to be on there.
Other questions for Jim?
I have one.
Yes, ma'am.
Just need to confirm that that they understand that it is an upgrade of the pump house? That's what they're requiring?
I talked to the engineer. He didn't say the house. He was saying that they were having to add a pump to the system, a new pump to the system.
Is the city adding that?
No, Mr. Goke
Mr. Goke
is responsible to be adding that.
And he's working with Evan
Yes,
to,
and Mr. Evans said it was going to go in the existing pump house.
okay.
So
But at the current time, the pump house does not give the PSI required for fire. Protection.
That's true, but with the new one, it's not gonna give well, I guess it gives whatever it gives. I mean, I'm not sure what
Right. I just, know it's not enough to put the fire suppression on it. It's what I've been told too, when I called over there today.
No, I don't doubt that. But yes, it is going to accommodate the residential water to the houses.
These are individual homes, aren't they?
Yes, these will be individual lots for individual houses.
That's what I thought. Okay. Some more questions, Heather? Any other questions? No questions? Mr. Thomas?
Is there a pump that would be large enough to put on there that would give fire suppression to that area?
Not according to Mr. Evan White, just because of the nature of the system in that area. No was the answer. I asked that question and he said no.
Other questions? Motions? Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Rosalie.
Thank you, sir. So I do have the staff report from our planning consultant in reviewing this and the various other subdivisions that we've approved in this area. She does recommend approval of the final plat. Now, with the understanding of the different fire hydrants and the flow of the fire hydrants, my question is any of that on Green Top, does that have a fire hydrant that does have the fire protection as well?
Once again, excuse me, me and you had this discussion last month or there in between now and then that our regs don't exactly say what fire flow means. Some people have thrown out the number of 500. That's nothing in that section of town will meet that requirement.
So I know in codes and zoning, that was one of the things that we identified that had to have that because when you have an A1 piece of property going down to 2 acres, you had to have fire protection. And the definition of fire protection was the 500 gallons per minute flow for fire protection, or they had to have a sprinkler system in the house to have that. So looking at what we have in this area here, they're going to be upgrading the pump house. They do have 2 fire hydrants, one right there above the Morrison Street Church of Christ. There is another fire hydrant there in the cul-de-sac towards the end of Morrison Street. And then you have another fire hydrant going down Green Top. They're meeting the stormwater erosion that we were talking about with the retention pond down at the bottom of the lots. So I find it, if we deny this, then we should have denied all the other ones that we had on Green Top and over on Main Street that we approved.
David?
So based on the question I just asked about the pump size, was there one? The response that Jim got from the water department was, it doesn't matter what size pump you put, so it's not the pump that's the problem, which is Mr. Goke has been willing to pay for. It's the flow of water to that pump that it seems to be the
And
issue.
probably the size of the water line.
And the water line, which is all a county issue. So no matter what we approve to go up there, would be facing this same issue. And apparently the existing homes on the other side of the road aren't having any fire service either. So based on that, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Okay. And I think Ms. Rosalie hit a good point there. We have approved other improvements in that area. And we just didn't think about this, or it wasn't ever brought up, but none of them have sufficient fire protection.
Well, I know on the ones across the street that we looked at a year or so ago, it was because the improvements were so much nicer than what was there.
Right.
As a body, we all agreed that it was better to go ahead and, because we did some lot changes and stuff on those too, if I remember
Mhm.
correctly. just to clean that whole part of town up.
Right.
I think this continues that, but I think it now pushes the envelope of what that area can sustain, because now without fire protection, you're too congested. You get a fire truck up in there and it's liable to spread quickly, with the lack of water up there, because a pumper truck's about the only way, from what I'm hearing, we're gonna be able to do anything up that way.
We might need, in that area, we might need to start getting some advice from the fire chief and stuff as to, for the future, on what can and can't be done up there. Maybe you can talk to who is the fire chief now? Is that Beeler? Mr. Beeler? Maybe you can talk with Mr. Beeler about that area of town and see. So we have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Mr. Welch. Discussion?
Just so I can bring it to the, so they have said to me twice, the pump house. Because they said, they stated that if there was a pump, then the pump would could pull from the neighbors. And so they needed an upgrade to the pump station, pump house. So I hate this. This is a huge this is a huge difference in what the two pieces of equipment are, so.
What I understood from Evan, now, Mr. Goke has been into this a lot more than I have, and my understanding is he's accepted what they've told him. So if I've misunderstood, please forgive me. But what I understood from Evan was that this would be a new pump going into the existing system in the existing pump house.
In the pump house.
Yes.
So I just wanted to make him clear that it wasn't just a standard pump.
Oh, no, he understands
Okay.
that. He understands that, yes.
Because,
I assume that Evan has made clear the size and
Yes,
everything of
yes,
the pump
yeah.
that needs to go in there.
That's correct.
And shouldn't that help water flow in the whole area?
I would think so, at least
Heather, would you
I would
agree with
think it
that?
would help in the whole area.
that's
It's
what the
not,
goal is.
Right.
it's
that it
not
would-
going
it would
to,
help-
it's not going to significantly, I mean, we're talking about the fire flow. It's not going to significantly increase. It will increase the fire flow some, but it's not going to significantly increase it, but it will increase everybody's water pressure in
That's
that
what I was
area.
getting at, the quality of life.
The
water-wise
the
for
water
everyone
pressure that
else
they
should
have
be-
in that area will definitely increase because of this.
Right. And from what I understand as well, and matches that this location of upgrading will prevent it from pulling from the neighbors, and they can maintain their quality of life. But we still don't have a promise about the fire suppression and those kind of things for these 6 lots. And that's just some information we just need to make clear for.
Yeah. Okay, other questions? We do have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, please say no.
No.
Let me, I heard maybe 2 or 3 no's. Let's do a show of hands. All in favor, please raise your hand. 4. All opposed, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. Does pass 4-3. Okay. Thank you, Jim. That concludes everything we have on tonight's agenda. There's no report from the chairman, report from building officials. Ms. Rosalie?
Thank you, sir. So in the coming month, our next meeting, I will have a proposal to update our building codes to 2024, the ICC 2024. Currently, we are on the 2018, and it's time for us to update our codes. The state has adopted the 2021 code. I would like to go to the 2024 because it is most like the 2018. It's not going to be that much of a jump for our contractors. And going to the different training classes and conferences, significant changes when you start hearing that they have discovered where they needed to correct the 2021 code, that does give one pause. For instance, the vapor barrier in a crawl space, 2021 code went to 15 mil, whereas the 2024 code keeps it as 6 mil. There has also been some calculation issues with their combustion air on the 2021 code, and I'd like to, like I say, keep it similar to the 2018. A lot of jurisdictions have adopted the 2024. The state would have adopted the 2024, but they had already done all of their legwork in getting the 2021 adopted, and it would have put them behind 2 years. They would have to go another 2 years in order to adopt the 2024 code. So next month, we'll get to explore the 2024 code together. The next thing that we have here are the training hours credit, and Amber, I'm going to let you take that and talk about that, please.
Ma'am. I have a sheet in the back of everyone's packet. I have totaled up everyone's hours from what I found on sign-in sheets. I've sent out emails. If anyone sees any discrepancies or if I have not put anything on there, please just let me know. If there's any trainings that you guys would like to do, you can also let me know that, and I would be more than happy to get those ready for you if you would like to do the ordinances or anything, or if you just want to let me know if you guys go online and watch the trainings.
So we had talked about if you would just kind of check what month you'd like to have, write your name on the list and just hand it to Amber. She'll take care of that for you, and you can pick it up on Wednesday. We'll have it there in the office. The next thing that we have here is the yearly statement. I'll have those available next month for you. Each year you'll have to do a statement of ethics and turn that into the state. Some of you can do that online, or you can fill out a paper statement and we'll take care of that for you and turn it in for you. And that's all I had.
Where are we with Rick's updates to the Hartsville and county, and to the city and county zoning?
So we discussed that and during codes and zoning this month. We found a couple of edits that need to be made, just some cleanups. That'll be the final addition. There's a section on pool regulations, which really is already in our building codes. We found in the zoning. So we got to pull that out and have to adjust the numbering on that. So the plan is that it will come back before this body, since we're having to actually take a section out. This body has to see the final. So that'll come in, that should be January meeting. And then it'll go to January work session and then be voted on in January.
Does it have to
That
pass
should-
2 readings for the county?
I'll have to check with the mayor's office. I think it does. But I'll verify that.
Do y'all meet in December?
So he's referring to the codes and zoning. We're going to do a December
Oh,
meeting.
Yeah,
We'll do a December meeting for codes and zoning. We'll review the changes, make sure everything is cleaned up at that point. Then it'll come before this body and then the January meetings.
for the county commission.
So it looks like all things at the latest, could have this all wrapped up and done by February. The soonest would be January meeting. I know Brandon Beller, our county attorney, is going through it a third time. We're just trying to, like I said before, want to make sure we have everything is up to date and is clean when we start this over, so that we have less errors going down the road.
Sounds good. Anybody have anything else to come before the planning commission? Have a great Thanksgiving. Do I have a motion? Yep. Not on that one. Do I have a second? We're gone.